When I was a little filly, ponies were for little girls.
When I was a little filly, we did things called arm wrestling. It's never been heard of before at the time. You see, we didn't have arms, we actually had hooves. But now, we have these manly fingers. Great for crushing large boulders. But now we have these dainty little hoof things. How are we going to arm wrestle with that, huh? Come on! Jeez. And that's what happened when I was a filly.
When I was a little filly, kids used to play outside. Now they just sit around on their iPods and iPads and iKitchens and everything else. That's a problem.
Ooh, nobody gives a shit!
When I was a little filly, ponies used to be for little girls. Now they're a men's thing, and I love it.
When I was a little filly, I decapitated people with my Twilight sword, only for $95.
I am beautiful, no matter what they say. No one can bring me down.
All right, when I was a little filly, ponies were hand-drawn with love and tolerance, and they had plots, and they had colors, and they had storyline, not like these newfangled ponies drawn on computers, all flat and colors. Who cares about these new ponies?
When I was a little filly, ears were optional.
All right, when I was a little filly, we didn't have My Little Pony. We had Army Men. My sisters had Barbie dolls, but if there had been My Little Pony, I'm afraid to say we probably would have pulled their heads off or shaved their manes. How things have changed.
When I was a little filly, we didn't have any bass to drop, but now I just go, yeah!
When I was a little filly, Baltimore was a lot smaller back then.
Back when I was a little filly, I used to watch Beast Wars.
When I was a little filly, we fought the Daleks in black and white.
When I was a little filly, Nintendo 64s were awesome.
Photo finish. When I was a young filly, my mother took me to young filly contests where I made the magics on the catwalk.
I was at Target and I found a My Little Pony Adventures in Canterlot jumbo coloring book and activities book. Now, when I bought this, I couldn't actually go through it because I kind of had to just take it and run and go pay for it. Anyway, when I opened it up and I started looking at the things, I was offended. Not by the childish activities and such they had in here, but honestly because of just Hasbro's inability to actually market to its true, demographic. Anyway, so the first one that I come up to is how many. Count the items below and place your answer on the line. They have how many sons and then blank sons. Now the funny thing is they actually thought they had to have an answer key. If you can see that. Answer, 9 sons. Okay, so what's really aggravating me is they're putting cliches in here, like the pony maze getting Twilight Sparkle over to her favorite books. That kind of crappy, stereotypic, shit. Like, look, Spike the Dragon, okay? Which he's never referred to as Spike the Dragon, it's just Spike. He likes Twilight Sparkle's magic. Draw some stars. Okay, now, you need to understand that he does not just like her magic. He's been, in a lot of things like, Winter Wrap-Up, like that episode. You could say in a very childish way that he liked her magic, but really it was, Spike represented her inner demon and her insecurities of not having any other skill other than her magic, So it's just this stupid, it's insulting. They're taking the show and bringing it to its lowest denominator, which is just such bullshit. And, like stuff like this. I mean, do they even watch the show before they put this crap together? I mean, Pony Maze. Help Princess Celestia fly to the sun and the moon. She banished her sister to the moon. Why is she flying there? She never flies to the moon to say hello to her banished sister. Okay? It's bullcrap like that. Who is who? Draw a line from each pony's cutie mark to her correct name. Now, this kind of stuff is pretty cool. I mean, a lot of us bronies have actually taken the time to memorize these different cutie marks. And this is actually using some intelligence to actually see if we can take the cutie mark and match it up with the pony that, that it belongs to. And honestly, there's a lot of pages, really cool pages to color, so that's what I'm going to do, but just, maybe you're thinking I'd look too much into the activities in this book, but I just thought it was insulting to me, and Hasbro, you're never ever going to make any money off this show unless you actually realize who's watching the show, who's going to buy your stuff. Anyway, go buy it, it's still fun. See you later.
Look at him, man.
More people are going to get down. I am beautiful.